We're back. Thanks for staying with us. This is Health This Week. I'm Don Baillargeon, joined in the studio now by Dr. Stan Wasman. We nickname him the House Call Doctor. Doctor, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Thank you.
And we've been talking a lot about sleep and sleep deprivation on this program, but what a lot of people don't know is that this is now beginning to affect not only teenagers but adolescents. And one of the reasons that will surprise most people, kids are now involved with a lot of electronic devices, cell phones and stereos and TVs that are in their bedrooms, and they're using these, well past 9 o'clock at night, and it's causing some problems in their sleep habits, isn't it?
Sure is. Technological gadgets like caffeine are stimulating and addicting. And I really feel strongly that the bedroom, especially for teenagers, should be a place of refuge and a place of calm. It's much better to keep those electronic gadgets out of a teenager's bedroom.
We know 80% of kids surveyed said that they were watching TV well after 9 p.m. 50% of kids surveyed said they sent a text message after 9 p.m. And then you mentioned caffeine, and we don't really think about caffeine in terms of kids, but they're exposed to it from a number of different sources, aren't they?
They are. Starbucks these days is populated by a lot of teenagers, and they're consuming not just caffeine, but a lot of high-calorie sort of things, the sugars and the fats. Caffeine is an appetite suppressant. It can have side effects. Kids often will be consuming caffeine at the expense of other nutrient-dense foods like milk. There's also a possibility that caffeine over long periods of time can cause calcium to be leached out of the bones, predisposing to osteoporosis.
So for kids whose bodies are still developing, their bones are still growing, bad habits like caffeine, bad habits like using electronic devices late at night, let's get to the core of it. How many hours of sleep should, say, someone 14 years old really be getting on a nightly basis?
The easy answer is to say enough so that they feel refreshed and alert all day. It's pretty variable, but somewhere around 9 hours of sleep per night.
9 hours of sleep. Okay, so that if your teen is looking longingly at the coffee pot or is stopping off at Starbucks on the way to school, that's a pretty good sign that there's something wrong in their sleep habits, right?
Yes, and it may not be just self-destructive, because people who don't get enough sleep are not just at increased risk for depression and problems with their immune system, but they have impairments of memory, judgment, and reaction time. And we know that every year in this country, driver fatigue causes around 100,000 accidents and 1,500 associated deaths. It's a problem.
Well, if you thought that being an adult gave you the stress of losing sleep at night, it's happening to your kids too. Dr. Stan, thank you so much, and interesting advice.
Thank you.